smiles. Not enough caffeine today. Hey, we're live. And that's the worst thing you can say before the cameras turn on, to say not enough caffeine today. But some days I don't know if there's enough caffeine in the world. But anyway, it really doesn't matter. Boogie with the Bull, True Patriot Talk. We're live on the Dave Golden profile with a live chat. We're live on the Boogie with the Bull page with a live chat. We're live on the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk group with a live chat. We're live on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel with a live chat. We are live on at Boogie WT Bull, the Boogie with the Bull Twitter profile. There is no live chat there. You can only watch. With us today, the principal of the Boogie with the Bull
I don't know.
School of Broadcasting.
Wow.
Jen Woodruff, my buddy, my partner in crime, admin of so many groups that I can't even remember most days. You know, it's pretty funny. Some days I'll be going through my Facebook notifications and it says, see this post in this group. And then I'm reading it and it's like, wait a minute.
That's one of mine.
That's one of my posts in one of my groups. You know, nobody reads my posts.
And we got cited. We got cited for the first time in a year?
Oh God, I get cited so many times that
it's missing context.
I was going through actually our 4 private groups: American Regulators, Citizen Journalists for the American People, the Hardcore Conservatives group, and Red Patriots for America. I was going through those 4, and I actually counted. I had more of those. This content is unavailable post than any admin, any moderator, and any member. So kudos to myself on doing a fantastic job here on Facebook. I do have to tell everybody out there who is a friend of Rocky Stucci here on Facebook, a broadcaster extraordinaire. You all know him. You all love him. You all watch him. He put up a post today. He's made it through his first week of not smoking. So I went down and I put congratulations and I put ampersand Rocky Stucci. And it didn't work. It didn't light up. So his response was, where's the Gloven post that I'm expecting? So I wrote this big long thing and then said, ampersand Rocky Stucci doesn't work. They wouldn't let me do it today. So, hey, you may have to catch us on the Rocky Stucci Media, Boogie with the Bull, whatever it is, True Patriot Talk channel. So bug Rocky Stucci that I couldn't tag him on a congratulations post for making it through 1 week of not smoking. And, also, having come in, giving us the beautiful tour of the wonderful Rayfield home. I see this.
It's raining.
This must be the backyard.
No, this is outside the front of my house.
Oh, okay, this is the front of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know every house in this area is over 100 years old?
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Well, I live in Jonesboro, Tennessee. It's the oldest town in Tennessee. Actually, this house can be dated back to 1863. This was actually a hotel that they used to use. And then somebody bought it back in 1953 and then made it into a 3-apartment house.
Whoa.
But yeah.
I love it. Do you have the whole house?
Old houses? Oh no, see.
Just one of the apartments.
I live over here. My aunt lives over there. I got an aunt that lives in the back. So it's a family affair.
It's a family
love
home.
it.
It's
So
truly
cute.
a family home.
When I walk in this door, I can go to any of their apartments through another door because they all connect.
It's like the White House. It's like the White House. It's got a bunch of tunnels and it's cool.
So
Do you
That
think
was
it's haunted?
You got to
think
go
it's
through.
haunted?
You got to
It's
go
a
through
little
all
haunt-
those
mini
tunnels
tour.
every once in a while just to make sure Joe Biden's not hiding there.
Scary.
No, what I do is I look for like old coins and
Yep.
nails and bottles.
Yep.
You'd be amazed the Coke bottles I found just turning the soil over, the old Coke bottles and stuff. So whoever lived over here, they love
Wow.
to drink Coke.
Someone took a big hit on Coke in an article that I posted on Facebook. I got it from Streetlock today. That whoever wrote it was reminded of the fact that at one time Coke used to put cocaine in Coca-Cola. And now this company, I have to got to go back and read the article, but evidently this company had a $2 billion a year contract of making pure cocaine for the Drug Enforcement Administration.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that, I
Back
don't
in
know,
the day,
could be the
yeah.
end of Coke. Could be the end of, if Coke is involved with it, it could be a big problem. But I also read yesterday that McDonald's has been telling people to stay home from the Chicago headquarters. Don't plan vendor meetings of any kind at the Chicago headquarters this week because they plan to have a massive bye-bye, and they would rather have everybody log in from home rather than have any kind of employee revolt when everybody would get shown the door and have to be escorted off the property, this, that, and the other thing. Bunch of wimps as far as I'm concerned.
Why are they revolting?
No, because, well, no, I'm just saying that they feared that, I guess, that it could get ugly if they had a massive layoff or firing or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah. Right.
So they decided that it would be better to send everybody home for the weekend. And then I guess what they would do, your boss, if you're not, regardless of whether you're being let go or not, your boss would contact you at home by video call, I guess, and let you know whether or not you're not working there anymore.
Oh my
Well,
God.
you know, if that happens, the people that work at these McDonald's and stuff like that, they're gonna lose their mind. Cause think of it this way: if you working at McDonald's and you grown, that's probably the end of the line for you anyway. You know, that's normally a grown person's last resort fast food, unfortunately to say. So, yeah, you gonna have, but you see, they got unemployment. See, so a
Well, right,
lot
but
of them.
this wasn't so much the people in the restaurants losing their jobs. This was people at the corporate headquarters that were, I guess, gonna
They'll get some good severance
they're
packages.
going to lose their jobs. I mean, it'd be really bad if they told you to go, if your job for McDonald's was to drive through drive-throughs and then write reports about how you were treated, and you go up and you know how on the app you get a coupon number that when you get to the drive-through window, you say, I'm using coupon, 666. And when you get up to the window, they go to hand you your order and they go, oh, by the way, and you've been fired too.
Here's a pink slip. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about this evening there, Mr. Glavin, being that I got some of my time put aside?
You touched on one of your broadcasts today that
we're not talking about my broadcast. We're talking about your broadcast. Well,
right, but you asked a question and it struck me as something that we should look at. We should look at on today's Boogie with the Bull.
Well, what is it? Because I touched on a couple of different topics.
What were the Democrats? Well, I reworded it slightly, but what were the Democrats trying to divert our attention from while they were diverting our attention to all of the hassling they've done with Donald Trump over the years? Because, we were all so fixated on proving his innocence or just yelling enough is enough that we weren't watching. And one of the things you said was that the COVID-19 care package that some people have been living on is is going to go
expiring.
away. And someone had said to me today that if that package goes away, they get about, I think it's $500 a month in EBT
Groceries.
benefits, and it's gonna take a hit on their budget. And someone it's a friend of mine who's retired, and they said that they may have to go back to work or do something just to pick up that $500 because their budget is that tight.
Well,
Now we know that Wealth is a very expensive boarding school, so
oh, stop.
you're just going to raise the rates to live in the dorms.
No, it's not. It's not a boarding school. Well, kind of is, but it just worked out really well that our last name started with W.
No, I know.
It was what it means, what it stands for me, is Woodruff Educational Academy of Learning in the Home. And I totally borrowed that acronym from the St. John's, whose their homeschool group was called, or their homeschool program, everything they did is called Stealth. And I thought that was the coolest thing. And then I thought, what would it be if it had a W in front of it? And I was like, oh, wealth. And the kids are mortified. They're like, Mom, just say we're homeschooled. I'm like, but this is so cool. So either way, it all
It's
worked
such a
out.
prestigious homeschool, though.
Oh yeah, we're not wealthy. We're humble. I guess if you say you're humble, you're not. But whatever. We try not to be.
And everybody knows that because I think about it, I laugh every time I think about it. Your husband was not allowed to name the boat when he wanted to name the boat.
It's just, oh yeah, no, Ray doesn't know about this. It's so tacky. Our first stimulus check that we got from the government, which I was totally against, so I still am. Anything they give you, you have to pay back. And I'm
A
like, that
lot,
is just borrowing from
a
our children's
lot.
future. And he's like, this is my one chance. This is my only chance to do this. And I was like, okay, we're in this together. And so he bought a boat. He bought a boat from, oh God, this thing is, I think it's from the 70s. I don't know. It runs great. It's a Evinrude motor. Anyhow, this thing is amazing. And it's not, what is it? It's like a, I don't, it's not a rowboat. It's like a scarab. It's like a wave maker boat.
Okay.
It's a good fishing boat. So, anyways, he's like, it's for the family. So we've got tons of fish. So I'll send it to you. I'll send some fish to your friend Dave that needs grocery money because we got lots of fish. So he's gonna name he calls the boat therapy, or now he calls it the doctor. At first he was gonna call it the therapist, but when you spell out the word the therapist, it also says the
But okay,
princess.
okay. This is a family show.
I know. So I said, no, call it the doctor. So now he calls it the doctor. So whenever he has to take off to an appointment to see the doctor, that's what he says. And no one knows if he's really going to the doctor or if he's going fishing.
Yeah.
So bless his heart. He's funny.
Yeah.
And it worked out. It was all good. But yeah, I would like to talk about what I saw this morning on television. I love Rush Limbaugh. And there was a clip before he moved on to better.
He's still doing broadcasts up there.
Love him. Yeah, he's great. He says that Trump they are so scared of Trump because we're all Trump. It's not just one man. Once we realize that we are him, that we are free Americans and we're all for the American way, enterprise, ethics, self achievement, once we all realize that, we are stronger than the government. And that's what they're terrified about. And that's why they're trying to take him out with these false allegations, which are ridiculous. Didn't we talk about this before, Dave? They're like, past the statute of limitations. I don't even think it's in the right jurisdiction of Manhattan, but Dave says it doesn't matter. New York's big, and you
Right.
do anything in New York, You could be tried anywhere there.
But I think
But
this.
that's that
Oh, go
that
ahead, Rick.
that's why it's just a whole big hoopla for nothing. I try not to get my stomach in turmoil about it
Yep.
because it's only New York. I mean,
That's
okay.
good.
I mean, it ain't like New York can do. They're gonna have their fun. Let them have their fun. But you know what? Trump's having his fun too. So they're both having um, pleasure at each other's expense.
Mm.
Um, like Trump really needed any more campaign material.
Free
So
publicity.
yes, just in a matter of weeks, I think they said it was like 14, 16 days. He went from 42 to 51%. I
Yep.
mean, and I'll take 3 points either way, but the most important thing is that he gained so much more traction and momentum because, I've always put my faith in the American people. We can only stomach so much. I mean, at the end of the day, we all have a soul inside. We all have a trigger that
Right.
at some point, you don't. You'll watch the car go towards the wall at 150 miles an hour, but for some reason, you gonna turn your head 5 seconds before it hits the wall.
Wow, that's a good point.
He's not going to
Really?
hit the wall.
No, no, I'm
Right.
not talking. I'm just using
No.
it as an
No, I
analogy.
know. No, no, no. I know.
You,
I,
you
I
know,
don't.
and,
I just.
and they've gotten to the point. See, I don't know if y'all expected this to happen, but I expect this to happen because it's sort of like Christ had to go to the cross.
Yeah.
He had to. But the funny thing is,
Right.
he knew the whole time where his journey was going towards. He knew the whole time. It was just a matter of when they caught up to him. That's
Right.
all. And the same thing with Trump.
That's good.
Trump knew this day would come because without this day coming, his agenda would never be able to be fulfilled.
Right.
Right.
It's all a prophecy. This is all part of the prophecy. Things have to take place.
Yeah.
Things have to happen. Things we don't understand. There's a lot of Americans that sit back today and it's like a switch went off. And they're just sitting back like, really? Really? Because see, what God has done, he has brought this whole scenario. See, when it was about Russia collusion, it was kind of over people's head.
Yeah.
So people would think this and people would think that and this. When it came to impeachment one, impeachment two, it was over people's head because people didn't know which direction to believe, which direction to go. Now God has brought it all the way back to a porn star, to a level where the average common man or woman
Right.
can really sit back and now put things in perspective. For the ones that couldn't put it in perspective before, God had to break it down to a low common denominator so you could understand just how immoral and how power thirsty and power hungry and desperate these individuals really are, and they will stop at no means.
Right.
No means. Even if their own people that have been their overseers for years are coming out saying, yo, pump the brakes. The prophecy must be fulfilled. For all I know, these people don't even want to do it. They don't even know why they're doing it. They can't
The
help themselves.
prophecy.
They can't help. They wake up like, dude, we can't do this. But something is dragging them out there. It's the prophecy.
Wow.
It has to come to fruition. And see, they can't control it. They can't control it. You can't tell me that Alan Bragg isn't as smart as he's acting right now. There ain't no way in hell you're gonna get me to believe that.
I think
That is
there's
a
somebody
young,
pulling his. I
intelligent
think there's
man.
somebody pulling his strings.
Well,
Soros.
George
Yeah.
Soros is the devil himself. And
Right.
if you look at the man, I mean, he is one of the true original last standing members of the old guard. Really.
Wow, you're right.
He is one of the pillars from the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and the others. He's one of the ones that still hold that key to power, that he will die before he releases that.
Mm,
That's it. That's it.
good point.
And you know what? Good
But
for him.
but is
Good
he
for him.
thinking that there's any chance that they get into court tomorrow and the judge starts reading the 34 counts and just goes through them and says, you know what, Mr. Trump, I'm dismissing this one. I'm
No,
dismissing
no,
that
no,
one.
no,
I'm
no, no,
dismissing
no,
that
no,
one.
no. The judge is bought and paid for by Hillary Clinton. Those are Hillary Clinton's people. There ain't no way. He's going down with the ship too. He's going.
Oh,
Once I found out he's Hillary Clinton people, he's going down with the ship too.
wow.
This is an orchestrated New York City affair.
So
But you
there's
know
no
what?
chance that
You know,
Trump.
you know what? They picked the wrong one.
Well,
They
but,
picked
right,
one
but I
of their
mean,
own
but
that can play the game better than them.
is there any chance that Trump and his lawyers go in tomorrow and say, honestly, I can't get a fair trial in New York, anywhere in New York State? So,
No. First of all, my president's gonna go in there and plead not guilty.
right,
Right.
Second of all, they'll attack the statutes of limitation.
right,
The venue, we could give a damn about that because people know you all over the place. So it has been established already.
right,
You can get people that hate Trump from here to yin yang
right. But I
Indigo.
mean, can they get a
So
jury that's got? Can they get a jury that's going to be able to judge fairly and not
that's
just against
like
him because he's Donald Trump?
I said, Dave, there's no way to give a psychological evaluation on individuals. People can get up there and lie.
Yeah,
People can say whatever they want to say to get on that jury unless something just rings out on the radar to
yeah,
people. Now you got some people that got good heart say, hey, my husband a couple of years ago was involved so. I think it'd be a conflict in my interest.
right.
Oh, but you got plenty of people that be like, oh, I can't wait to hang Trump. Oh no, I'm a just Lord Biden Christian, and I just
Hmm.
want to see the fairest and the dutiest and the utmost. And before you know it, Jezebel, and you got all them
Yeah.
they changed their mask. They changed their
Wow.
mask, bro,
Yeah,
and put on a different face. So that right there, for the actual and logical and logical and common sense person, Trump's world renowned. It don't matter where you go.
yeah.
It's going to be
That's
the
true.
playing field. It's going to be the playing field. Now the issue is, it ain't how many counts. It's what's the weight of the counts. Because, you know, you can take a big chunk of cheese and somebody can say, how many pieces of cheese you got? And you can say one. And they can slice it up in 36 pieces and call you a liar.
Right.
So, you know, it's crazy. But what he's not going to do, and what he hasn't even showed to do, is give in and give up
Right.
to these people. So, you know, it's an uphill battle for them because, I mean, I don't know how many prominent Democrats I have to hear say that this. I'm at a loss for words, bro. I'm at a loss for words because the only reason they can do this is because they hold the power and authority in New York. But
Wow.
once it's all out of New York, I don't care where it goes. The last stop is always the Supreme Court, and we already know how Trump has that. So, but it's just a shame that we got to go through this. We got hunger, we got homelessness going on, and we got to deal with a charade. But it's costing New York City $10 million. $10 million
Wow.
Yeah.
to try and prosecute an innocent man. Try and prosecute.
Yeah.
Try and prosecute an
Tim,
innocent man. I don't know. But you know what?
$10 million
You
that
got
could
to
do
stop
a
trying to
world of
figure it
good
out.
in New York if it was used the right way.
You got to stop trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Not at this point in time. You might as well put your popcorn in the microwave. And
Enjoy
it
the
is what
show.
it is. The show's about to begin
Yeah.
tomorrow. When he goes and stands in front of the jury, and they read off these charges, and he pleads not guilty, and then he goes back to Mar-a-Lago. Um, man,
Yeah.
it's done.
Yeah.
It's done because at that point, tomorrow, not now, tomorrow, when he's officially indicted, because he's not officially indicted right now, but when
Right.
he goes and stand in front of that judge tomorrow, and they unseal that, and he's officially indicted, Dave, they, Hillary Clinton, you think we haven't seen them 33,000 emails? Oh, you think we haven't seen them yet? Oh, yeah, you think we haven't seen them? Oh, it's coming to get you, girl.
Putin
It's
says
coming.
he had. Putin
Hey,
all along said
Bill,
he has them.
Bill Clinton. I don't know why you messed around and paid Paula Jones and Jennifer Flowers, and they coming for you guys.
Yep.
They did not do nothing but set precedent. So I don't care if you did dirt 15 years ago. You have some vindictive people
Yep.
that's going to be
Wow,
led by Donald J. Trump,
Yep.
that's good.
and they're coming after everybody. See, except the difference is, like since the Russia collusion, it's always been an illusion with Donald Trump.
Hmm.
And at the end of the day, that's all it's ever going to be is a big lie and illusion. Where on the other hand, I told my followers 6 years ago, the darkest days in American history haven't even come close to being seen yet. Witness the hangings and the deaths by lethal injection and the bullets to the head. Y'all do know. Y'all do remember Donald J. Trump reenacted Death by Firing Squad back in 2017, November.
Right.
Y'all do remember that, right? Now, why would a
You're right.
man do that? Oh man, when it's all said and done. When it's all said and done,
They're
he
done.
needed them to do this. He needed them to do this. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to court in some silk pajamas with a big old cigar tomorrow with his orange hair. He might be getting his hair dyed super orange tomorrow. He probably sitting under a tanning bed with them red goggle things on so he can get the owl eye rings going real good.
I heard
But
he's
you know
coming in
what?
with a bag from McDonald's, breakfast for the judge and coffee for the courtroom.
Oh, come on. He's awesome.
Hey, at the end of
I
the day, it's nothing.
I
If
know.
anything, so people don't say I'm just all Trump.
Yeah.
If anything,
It's an inconvenience to him.
this thing should be in the federal
Yeah.
process.
Right.
It's a federal. State ain't got nothing to do with it. So federal overrides state. So it's a big sham. It's a big sham. Why are we talking about it? Because I like looking at y'all.
Oh, you're so fun. I love that the American people are waving their flags, their Trump
Yep.
flags, their American flag every time the motorcade would go by to get him to his
Hang on.
plane, and then from his plane to get him to New York. It's awesome. All the support he has because Trump is not just one man. We all are. And he kind of made us that. And I love it. You know,
Hmm.
back to we the people, that it's our America. It's all about we the people and the Constitution. And it's like this left is so strong and they don't want any of it. Yeah, I talked to this tax guy today. Oh my God. They wanted to, for my own business, which is doing no money. So I didn't claim anything this year. And I did learn that from this one lawyer. He said, let this blow over, blah, 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 whatever. But this tax guy is trying to sell me this tax plan called the ECE, which is you're telling the government what you can be taxed. And I get that. But it costs over $2,000. And he asks, what kind of card would you like to put that on? MasterCard or Visa? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, my husband will kill me. I am not paying for this. It's not even a tax. It's just their plan. And so then he's like, well, then I can cut this in half. And I'm like, then I'll just be half dead. No. So I'm like, I can't. My husband would, he doesn't even understand what's going on with the tax thing. I'm like, you're fine. We already filed. Let it go. Just let it go. It's scary, but people want to take advantage of you any way they can, especially financially, and that's what they're doing to Trump. And it's so sad, but I love that he is us and he's fighting it. And you're right. It's prophecy.
Yep. I just wonder at times, how does he sleep at night?
That's awesome.
mean-
Very well. That's awesome.
I want to know how he sleeps tonight. He probably has no problem. He just goes to bed at night and he sleeps.
No, he has a hard time sleeping.
But I mean,
because it's not just about him, and he knows it. So no,
Oh,
if it was just about him, this shit, he shake that shit off. But
Yeah.
he knows while this is going on, there's a lot of other things. But you made a point. You was talking about something earlier about one of the topics that I was talking about, and I just wanted to touch up on it before I forget about it real quick.
Okay.
The reason why they try to, the Democrats aren't stupid. If they want you focused on something, they highlight it. And they are highlighting this to the max.
Right.
Or they would have swept it under the rug and we'd be talking about something else right now on all the mainstream media and the news. But they're not. And that's for a reason. We already are aware with the balloon that has come over from China.
Yep.
Well, just in the past 2 days, which I already knew, so I can't
You
say
did.
everybody knew, but I already knew that they were taking information from our military sites and taking it back directly to Beijing. So that has been
I only know because
that
I
has now
watched
been-
you say it this morning.
Oh, well, that has now been confirmed. Okay. So we got that taking place. So they know how our bases and stuff operate, because like I told people before, just because they're looking at one over here, they got technology that can range out and satellite and do all this shit. They just need to get close enough within the perimeter so they can use it all good. So we got that. We also know that they have purchased throughout history an astronomical amount of land, developed and now undeveloped. Well, you know what? Forget developing it. Why has it been undeveloped for years? So my mind, as it shouldn't, always goes off into Wonderland. And you know what these people were good for? These people were known for living in bunkers and caves for years at a time during wars and stuff like that. You know, come on,
Yeah.
that's where the tunnel rats and stuff come. The communities and stuff, just living underground, shit like that, right? So I'm putting that together because I'm like, okay, well, yeah, damn, that made me a little scared right there. Okay. Now we know we got Chinatown in every town, in every city that has a city, that has a country, that has a state, that has a country, that has a neighborhood. There's a Chinatown somewhere. All right. We already know how they got that level playing field down. And okay, so now we got the satellite information to see the military stuff.
Yeah.
Got the ground coverage. Now, I don't know if y'all will remember, but back in 2016, somewhere around springtime, they were noticing some Asian migrants up at the Canadian border. They estimated about 65,000 of them.
Oh,
After
God.
that word started getting out,
That's a lot.
within 3 days, they disappeared. They were gone.
Underground.
They were calling them migrants. I don't know. See, I'm not here to answer the questions. Right. I'm just here putting the actual and factual out there, and then you got to put your pen down and connect your own dots.
They were probably trafficked to all those restaurants around the country. No, I'm sorry, that was me.
I don't know, because the restaurants were already here. 65,000 is a lot. That's a lot of migrants. That's a lot of Asian migrants. And I keep focusing on Asian. See, you gotta focus on the ethnicity that they use. Don't just
Yeah.
focus on the word migrants. So this morning, I'm looking at the screen, and they don't say it, but it strolls across because that's that small fine print.
Yep.
You know, half of us blind anyway. We listen, we can't see that shit. We got our glasses on, and we don't in the morning. We gotta reach for. We ain't doing that. We
You're
just want
so
to hear.
fun. Oh my
So
god.
4,300 Chinese migrants, estimated 80%, mostly young, unaccompanied males, crossed the southern border last month alone, which is half of what the numbers are throughout the course of the year. So, you know what struck me? This is what struck me. Not the fact that 4,300 migrants came across last month alone. No, what concerned me was when they had to mention, they tried to slip the shit in there. It's half of the number that has been crossing throughout. So you mean to tell me we got 3,000, 2,500, say 1,000 Chinese crossing our southern border every month for the past 2-3 years? So you mean to tell me? And then the DOJ, I can't think of these words. I have to hear them. So now they're talking about possibly Chinese espionage. You think? You think?
We know. You're right.
They've got us outnumbered militarily 3-1.
And they're setting up police offices.
Yeah,
Why are we allowing that?
I have no understanding how we're allowing that to happen. I mean, even when the Muslim migration was happening and they decided they were going to set up their own Sharia police departments, that didn't seem to last very long. But we seem to be sitting back and I guess it's in New York, welcoming them, opening up their own police.
What people don't understand, if they're able to do this, it's an uphill battle because on one hand, they're able to do whatever the hell they want to do if it's lock you up or whatever, and then we'll sort everything else out after the fact.
Wow. Right.
But what's crazy about it all is we are really setting ourselves up. And I'm not saying they will be victorious at doing it, but we are setting ourselves up for them to try.
Yep.
That's the scary thing. Nobody knows if they don't know if they're gonna win. We don't know if we win. We'll say we'll win. They'll say, hey, we got enough of what we need. We gonna win. Let's go. We got Russia, we got Syria, we got Iran, we got Israel shooting with Iran. We got okay. And then all of a sudden you see little what we thought were potholes. Then you got little Vietnamese and little things coming up out the potholes like they used to camouflage all over the country. They're coming out all over the country, coming out of streets in the cities in New York and everything. And then they got tanks and shit because Sleepy Joe unsold them all the tanks and they've been hiding them all over the place. And
they've been hiding them in those potholes.
Hey, I wouldn't be talking about this if it wasn't possible.
Right.
But, true. Shoot. It's possible. It's possible. Why do we have?
It's possible because we let them do it. Why we let them do it? I'm at the same point you are.
No, we know why.
Why we let them do it? I don't know.
We know. No, we know exactly why. See, if you haven't figured out why by now, you're gonna stress yourself out even more. You got to know why they did it.
We're not run by Americans.
We're not, right. We're not the free people that we think we are. Our
Answer this
government
question.
probably sold out a long time ago before Donald Trump came in.
Hey, Jen. Hey, Miss Homeschooler Mom. What would you say the average age is with these Democrats and rhinos that are trying to do the disastrous stuff that they're doing? What would you say the average age is?
Wow. I would probably fresh out of high school going into college. They are so military age. They're so
No. The people. No, I'm talking about the old guard, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Chuck Schumer, the people who wield the power, not the ones who throw tantrums, the AOCs and all that. I'm talking about the old guard, the ones that run the show.
they've
What
got to
would
be
you?
70. They have to be
Okay.
70 by now.
Pelosi's in her
So
80s, I think.
so
Almost.
70,
what
Late
yeah.
what
70s,
we have
early
to
80s.
understand now. With that being said, and this is what I stressed this morning on one of my shows. The young guard is too inexperienced
Nice.
to
Right.
know any better. To know. They throwing tantrums. They just want their way. If they don't get it, they're gonna lay on their back, kick and scream and do shit.
They want a sex change and a cell phone. Right.
The old guard?
AOC wants a sex change and a cell
No,
phone.
no. The old guard, they don't have nothing to lose
Oh,
to
good
go
point.
down with this power. Nancy Pelosi almost 90. You think she care if she have a heart attack trying to hold on to power? Chuck Schumer almost 90. You think he care? No, but they have to do this because they answer to other old people. But the other old people that they answer to, they're younger people. They don't play. It's like Vladimir Putin handing the Kremlin down to his nephew. Oh, his nephew ain't gonna be like one of these little.
No.
What? No, he gonna walk around and look just like Vladdy. They're gonna be like, wow, he only 22. He acting like he commanding cheater. It's a totally different ball game, man.
Yeah.
Mark my words. I'm telling you, these old people
thought
they got nothing to lose. So
yeah.
that's why they got to do what they're doing. They have nothing to lose. They're trying to hold on to the very last of the very last.
Oh, people were afraid what Kim would do with North Korea after his father passed away, and military was saying for a while they didn't think he'd be anything like his father. They actually weren't sure he was going to be up to doing the job. So,
Now you know what? You know why he's cool? Because Uncle Trump went and talked to the young man. Uncle Trump went and said, "Yo, bro, check it out." No, he said, "Y'all stay here. I'm going over to talk to young boy." He said, "Young boy, I ain't scare you." He said, "I ain't scare you. The last 15 of them might be. I ain't scare you. Go right over here in this DMZ zone. Let's talk."
That was awesome.
And you know what?
Great, it was.
He never had to walk across the DMZ again. He could have at any time. Once he did it once, he could have did it. He never had to do it again.
Awesome.
You know why? Because that young boy over there in North Korea, he don't want to be like his daddy.
No.
He won golf courses. He won nightclubs.
Yeah.
He won movie theater. He don't want everybody walking around looking like him. He don't want everybody with the same haircut, same shit. He don't. That ain't how he get down.
Right.
Why you think he be hanging out with Dennis Rodman? If he hanging out with Dennis, he smoking weed probably. He hitting it up. You hanging out with Dennis Rodman, you are not.
Well, it can't be to play basketball because Kim's not that tall. So,
hey,
or maybe he's getting maybe he got pointers from Dennis.
Bruh, I don't care. You hanging out with Dennis Rodman. That means somewhere your avenue ain't going straight. I can't call it. I don't know what direction or what area in his life. But if you hanging out and sitting next to Dennis Rodman, either y'all might just drink the same alcohol. Who knows? But somewhere y'all got a connection, and that made him, in my eyes, Be a regular dude right there.
Yep.
That's regular right there. That's regular. And just look. When the last time you heard anything about North Korea? You haven't.
No.
You haven't.
Wow.
But that's why they trying so hard to just destroy one man. And I'm so glad that people just now are just like, really? Really? Really?
Really?
They're so desperate, they don't even care about the embarrassment. They hear it. They go home, they watch the news, they hear it. They don't care. They can't care. They can't afford to care. They've come too far to turn back. And you know what? It's not even them. It's the reins that they took over when they were junior senators and congressmen and
Oh,
was
that's good.
made to take the oath and the vow that, hey, you are to take on the deep state ritual and you are to see this prophecy through. But see, the other old guard never told Nancy and them when they was coming up in their rookie years that they was gonna run in the 45. Nobody ever told them that. Nobody ever told them. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny? For Donald Trump to be so egotistic that he is, for him to be so just machismo, for him to be so arrogant, this man has had this vision since the 80s, bruh.
Oh, wow,
And
you're right.
he didn't restrain himself because his ego's too big. God restrained him for the right time. Think about it. With a man that ego, after Oprah told him on the Oprah show, go ahead and run, because you know if you run, you win. And they kiss him on the cheek about 3-4 times, and all the white ladies in the audience said, we love you, Trump, we love you, run. And then, I don't know what happened to that. But anyway, yeah.
Right.
The way he just sat up there was like, yeah, I know. I know if I ran, I'll win, but no, I'll wait. Is it a coincidence that he didn't know we was going to be dealing with these days that we're dealing with now? Now imagine if it wasn't Trump. Can you really imagine what the situation with China would be, or if Hunter never got exposed and everything was still on their one track and it was still going smooth? But for some reason, Donald Trump just threw a wrench and they got derailed. Hate to use that with everything that's going on, but damn. This man really just, he popped the cork on the senior citizen group because they've lost their mind. This is what a senior citizen does. They walk around and they are basically, they are the ones that are really hysterical right now. Yep. They don't know if they're going to have a heart attack in their sleep because of what's going on. They don't know if they're going to see their grandkids when this is over. They don't know if they're going to get executed when this is over, because at the end of the day, all the dirt points towards the Dems.
That's good.
What if they already have been executed? I mean, I've seen.
No,
I know, but I mean, I keep seeing.
So 48 minutes, and here you want to go with these.
I keep getting all these videos sent to me that talk about Pelosi, her husband, the Clintons, their, everything. And then at the end, the closing is, well, he was executed back at in 2019 at Gitmo, and she's living at Gitmo for life. And, then people tell me, oh yeah, it's drone. I mean, it's droids, fake people. And it's like, where did these people come up with that crap? It's like Hollywood writing screenplays for conservative, patriot Americans.
Donald Trump isn't going to let nobody take his thunder. See, there's one thing about Donald Trump. He's very vindictive and he's very open about everything. Everything.
Wow.
And you'd rather have his openness.
He has to make an example.
Vindictiveness.
Hey, put it this way: if Joe if the original Sleepy Joe and original Nancy have already died, sorry for the second body double, because Trump is gonna make sure somebody dies. Okay, so if you
Yeah.
second in line in the body double, you better tell your family take out a good life insurance policy, because Trump ain't taking no for an answer. You can try to, boy, it wasn't me. I'm the second one. He gonna be like, dude, you signed up for the job. You see how the first one ended? You might want to follow.
Oh
If you wanted it, you
wow.
might want to ride out the script. Ride out the script, because I wish I could say I've been wrong for the past 5-6 years, but I haven't.
No.
Darn it! I hate when I know. That's awesome. Good
Yeah,
for
that's
That's
you.
why
why
I
I
ride with my
invited
man
you.
so hard.
That's why
So
I
can't
Yeah.
invited
nobody come on this show. Can't nobody come on my show, on my platform, and tell me I put some actual factual out there and it didn't come to fruition. Because at the end of the day, it's all about common sense.
Yep.
It's all about
That's
common sense.
good.
It's all about
I
common
love
sense.
I love the picture of Ronald Reagan. I think he was what is he, the 40th president? And 45. When they were together shaking hands, oh, there has to be a lot more time between them. But anyways, I love when Ronald Reagan spoke into Donald Trump's life, and then Donald Trump was the president next. And so I'm reading this book called Trump. What is this? An American Future. It's by Newt Gingrich. It's great. And the very last line
Is
in the
Newt still
book,
around?
yes, he
No, I
is.
know. I know.
Anyways, the book is around too. It was written in 2020, but I got it at the Goodwill. I always buy used books, and
Yep.
and my kids saw it. They're like, "Mom, it says Trump," and I'm like, "Oh, we're getting that." So we did. But the very last line in the book is by Ronald Reagan, and it says, "We ain't seen nothing yet." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you have no idea. That was prophecy. Wait and
I
see." Oh, I'm excited to
I
see how
so
this goes
wish
down.
I so wish there was an opportunity to have President Reagan, to sit down with President
Oh,
Reagan. It would have just
right,
been mind-boggling.
Well, do you
right.
need some more breaking news before you go end your
No,
show?
go
I see
ahead.
you. I see you at the 52-second mark, the
All right.
52-minute mark.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Your favorite doctor has been reinstated by the government of the United States of America. Now we can speculate on why, but as always, I got my 2 cents, and it always turns out to be not two, of course. And your favorite doctor is that Dr. Fauci
How about Dr.
has been
Fauci was moved
I
to the
was like,
Wuhan Health
don't even.
Organization?
Okay, listen, didn't I just say this news was gonna be breaking?
Yeah,
Now
I
it's
was
up to you to get off the platform and do your research.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Fauci has been reinstated by the government of the United States of these Americanas.
Okay.
Now,
to lie
the
to us
question
some
is,
more.
why? This is my humble opinion.
Okay.
Because he knows the reins are closing in. And if Dr. Fauci is a civilian, when the reins come down on him, he has no backing power behind him.
Wow.
So, you ask, well, why would they give him his job back? If I did the shit Dr. Fauci did for you, and I said, listen, you don't give me my damn job back so I can get the same protections y'all got, I'm telling everything. Forget the book. Forget the book. I'm telling everything. Okay, Doc, you got your job back.
All
And when
right.
they come after you for persecution, we'll try to defend you with the way the government as best we
No,
can. Now, that's what sounds as logical to me.
it
You
is.
don't think
Why
they're
else would
planning
they give him his job back?
to help plan another lockdown or to come up with a stronger virus?
No. That toothpaste is already out. No, we will never trust him again. No, we will never trust. That man could
Nope.
get on Good Morning America tomorrow morning and tell this country to lock down, and America will tell that man to go kick rocks.
No,
Oh,
they're gonna send Secretary Pete to do that. He's the only one
no.
they send Secretary Pete everywhere that they don't want to risk Joe Biden being laughed off the stage at.
Hey,
Doesn't he have another baby
the,
to nurse or something?
the gig is up. The gig is up. they
That's
all
good.
know. They all know that everybody that was put in there was put in there just to fill a slot. From Kamala to Pete Buttigieg to the trans person stealing luggage at the airports to everybody,
I know.
to the Joe Biden,
Right.
everybody
Can you
that was
imagine
put
that someone at the
in there.
Defense Department said we got to hire a trans who steals luggage?
Mm, 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 mm.
Well,
No, I
when you
was.
do when you run in the show, if it's my show, I can have my thieving uncle working behind the bar.
But I would feel stupid if I was the human resources director at the at the uh, at the
White
Department of
House.
Defense, and they said we got to hire someone who cross dresses and steals luggage. How the
They
hell
didn't
can
have
you
a say.
interview that
They
person?
didn't. They don't have a say. They don't have a say. It's a shame. People
Or
really want to keep their job. Don't
you
nobody
know,
want to get fired. Don't nobody want to get fired.
no, but
And I bet you that's how they present it to them. You do
could,
this, or you
could
can
you
leave.
right? But could you imagine back in the day when MASH the 4077th was up and operational, and Klinger finally got his
Ugh.
orders on where he was supposed to go, and it was because they needed a cross dresser that steals luggage at the airport. So they promoted him to like senior commandant of the army and
I
sent him,
was. I
and
was
sent him out
really
to
hoping.
do that.
I was really hoping that our favorite doctor is really not our favorite doctor, but we do prefer him over Puffsy, is Oz. And I was like, oh my gosh, why would Oz come back and be
No.
hired by the government unless Fetterman really did pass on? And so I thought,
I
oh,
have
Fetterman.
questions about.
But it wasn't even about Fetterman and Oz.
Even Fetterman. Hey, bruh, Fetterman. All love, bruh.
Right, but
You a good role player, bro. I give it to you. My man had a stroke. My man dealing with mental depression. My man dealing with everything. He said, "I gotta take it for the team. No, they need me.
that man
They
went
need
into the
me."
hospital and he
They-
came out looking like a freaking GQ model, and he looked like death warmed over the day he got elected.
Hasn't
they don't
he
care. They
I
want
mean,
that
I
man.
enough?
mean, it's like you don't see Nancy Pelosi, who's got to be like 400 years old, or Hillary Clinton. You don't see these people running down to the plastic surgeon every other day to get the neck tuck or something. They just look the way they look, and that's the way they look. But
Hey,
I mean,
when
Fetterman comes out like a GQ model.
when they gave Fetterman that job, that was like giving a blind person a damn sharpshooting instruction contract or some shit. He can't, bruh. That's the thing. How do you go into a job dealing with issues? But he went in. He got the job depressed. I mean, it ain't his fault. He got the job depressed. He was dealing with all the issues he was dealing with. He just didn't have what do you call it? He just didn't have an episode lately. But he was dealing with all of the same issues that he was dealing with. And if you heard did you have a chance to hear the interview?
No,
Yeah, the
but I will
latest.
When
go
his
on.
son, how his son said, "Dad, why are you so sad?" And he's like, and his son was like, "Well, Dad, we won, and he can't get out of bed, and we really got this man." Said, "Bro, that's all.
I know. That's
That's
not
what we're
actual.
dealing with.
It's actual,
That's
but
what
it's
we
not
dealing with.
factual.
That's
It's
what we're
sad.
dealing with.
Right.
They could have got somebody else. They could have got somebody else.
Yeah.
See, because I ain't gonna say he did. They could have got some, but since when? That's like saying I want to be a police. I want to be a police officer. Nah, you ain't got past the shooting course. Nope. You ain't got past the shooting course. Nope. Dude, you was dealing with mental depression issues and you beat Dr. Oz. Somebody that can help fix you, you beat them. Ain't that some shit?
Oh, he's probably a
was
client of Dr. Phil's now,
So
too.
the patient beat out the doctor.
Yep.
Wow. That was a good point.
The patient beat out the doctor.
No kidding.
Well, we're gonna see. I'm sure we're gonna see the Fetterman episodes of Dr. Phil. Probably 2 days where he has the Fetterman on as a guest that goes through. But it's like I said, there's just more to it because I mean, it's like I said, you knew what he looked like and how he acted before he went into the hospital. He came out of the hospital.
Who's running the show? This man has been gone before he even started day one at work.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Who's running the show?
Well, you can
Who's
vote.
running the show?
Well,
the same people that propped up
See,
a corpse and said
right. He proxied his vote to one of the big boys and girls, I'm sure, and then in exchange for going off and getting all the care that he needed on the taxpayer dime and getting paid for it while he was there.
But if things are running, because ain't nobody been talking about that state. Where is he from? Minnesota? Where is he from?
Fetterman, Pennsylvania.
He's from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Okay. I mean, I ain't hear nothing about Pennsylvania. This is the first I heard about anything affiliated with Pennsylvania in the news is when Fetterman came out. Yeah. So ain't nobody talking about, well, Pennsylvania's just going down the tube since it ain't had a senator. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Well, we got a lot of work to do in Pennsylvania when the senator comes back. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Like everything's just going according to plan. Like, John, you want to come back? No, you don't have to. No, you really don't. You really don't. We'll
they
tell
don't
them.
know. They don't
go
know
ahead.
what they're doing.
We're gonna give you and Sleepy Joe the same time off. Y'all go hang out together.
Actually, they're probably doing Sleepy Joe's They're trying Sleepy Joe's treatments out on Fetterman to see if they work. But all I'm saying is this: the guy. I mean, the guy looks like he's gone back age probably 20 years.
Hey, what does that say?
A hero will rise.
Oh yeah, and we know who. Yes, that's beautiful. Yep. I love it.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
That is it. Let's see, where are we?
And I've been saying it since day one.
Yep.
You know why? And I'm going to keep it actual and factual. You know why?
Why?
Because I believe in God.
Good. Yep.
I do too. Don't you love the teachings where they talk about Cyrus and they compare Cyrus to Trump? I just get so excited about that.
And once I've accepted that fact that Trump has something to do with this, because everything's not a coincidence.
Right.
We would have really been in a bad way if it wasn't for Trump. And the history books and people will look back. They will. And see with the avenue that this agenda was going on and the speed that it was moving to get there, if Donald Trump, and maybe if not just only a speed bump to slow down their traction, to allow us Americans to get a grasp of what's going on before it's too late, because one man ain't going to save us. One man can bring light to a situation.
Right.
But one man isn't going to change the situation. Martin Luther King couldn't do it by himself. Without his followers, he would have just been merely another man. But it was what he was able to do to, through, and with people.
The movement. You're right.
And that's what it's about, man.
Yep.
There are more of us than it is of them. And it's going to be a sad day when they finally have to find out what it feels like. Yep. Now, me, I pray to God that I get a front row seat. Not from up there.
I know.
Wherever my phone, I'm going to be there.
That's
and everybody that watches me and everybody that ever knew me for the past 7-8 years be like, damn. Wow.
You're right.
He said all that shit for all these years.
When you get your front row, seat.
That's okay.
When you get your front row seat, you send me the link, and I'll.
When I'm having dinner with Trump,
when you're having dinner,
Trump's gonna be like, dude, I've seen around. I know you. I know you hung out with Andrew. I know you did this. I know there ain't too many of you. There's a lot of them that doubted me. There's a lot of them that turned their back on me. There's a lot of them that felt silent when they thought I was defeated, but they made money off my back when they thought I was a winner. But you, young man, you and your co-host Vicky, prayers out to Victoria White Newman. Y'all put y'all livelihoods on the line. That's what you call a loyalist. That's what you don't see. That's why I just, it's like a marriage. If something don't abruptly really happen, it seems like people forget their vows, for better, for worse.
Wow.
I built my wife 34 years, and believe me, it ain't been a bed of roses. But you know what? No matter who it is, I'm gonna deal with some shit. So why not deal with some shit with the person I love and that I know loves me?
That's good.
Well, you know Trump loves you.
I know he gonna have me to dinner. He gonna have me to dinner. He gonna have me to dinner. Michael, and
Michael
Gerald.
loves you.
I don't know if you see my picture. Michael and Gerald, my brothers for Trump. That I be in the middle, standing between in the picture. Yep. Blacks for Trump.
Yep.
I love it.
Are they your brothers, or are they your brothers? I thought they were your sons.
My brothers from another mother.
Oh, I thought they were your sons.
We always just a couple of digits from each other. But you better be sure. I just got to pick my time, my moment, and my car will be out the shop soon. That's why I haven't been nowhere. Everybody wants me everywhere.
You're gonna be on the road with that beautiful car.
Hey, patience is a virtue, but you know, I know where I will be.
Virtue that I don't have.
I will be at Donald J. Trump's inauguration for #47, and that BMW wrapped in the American flag is going to get signed.
Love it. That's awesome.
And then I'm going to auction it off to the highest bidder. So I'm gonna
after Trump signs the wrap.
Yeah, I'm gonna invest 100. No, I'm gonna hopefully get 100,000. I'm gonna invest about 4,000 in it, and then I figure after Trump puts his signature on it, because he is gonna get it put on there, numero uno, no doubt.
That's awesome.
No, there's not a doubt in my mind. And then I'll auction it off. I might auction it off for $1 million, and then I'll go right off into the sunset and continue to follow my country from afar. Just like 45.
I love it.
Or 47.
Very
Hey, when 47's time is done, I follow my country from afar. Yeah. Because at that point, I ain't gonna have the energy to.
Every time you see that red, white, and blue balloon flying over the United States, you'll know it's Brother Ray.
And we did our part. No, well, no, we did our part. That's awesome.
We did, and I think. Let me see. Let me look at the clock. We've done our part for today. Jen, are you on the American Rebellion 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Monday night? Are you on tonight?
Yes, I am.
All right. So everybody, make sure you go over there. Jerry Michaels and Nikki Young, Robert Lawless, the Minnesota Madman. You never know. Randy Rhodes might be there.
Where is it? American Rebellion?
The American Rebellion blogger page. Yep, it's the American Rebellion page on Facebook at 7 p.m. They go live, and they run till about 9 o'clock. Sometimes they run a little later. And if you have the
before I go,
go ahead.
You know what's
take a breath.
Do you know what's one of the just most awesome things to see though?
William Rayfield on your screen saying
no, really. That justifies it all and makes it all worth it for Donald Trump.
What?
The support and love he has from his family.
Yep.
To see that family just soldier up. Because they know what their dad is doing.
I'm telling you.
Not one dissent, not one inkling of doubt throughout that whole family.
I'm telling you.
I need say they might top the Kennedys, because from what I hear, even the Kennedys had their in riff.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, keep your eyes on Barron Trump. You're going to see great things from Barron Trump.
See, and I'm glad you brought that up because Barron is different.
Yep.
Mhm.
John Jr. and Eric, they're too. They've been around business too long. They're too business minded. Barron, as a young man, seen an entity try to destroy not just his father,
Yep.
but destroy Barron.
Yep.
They didn't give a fuck about Barron. They let him know. That young man right there. Whoa! You talk about him coming back and hell coming with him. The election age is only what? 37? 35?
35, I think.
35.
Yep.
How old is Barron?
I'm not sure.
19 or
Oh,
20.
I'd like to be 73. Lord, let me be 73. I'll vote for him.
Yep.
I vote for him.
I think
Wow.
And
I think we're gonna see him one day.
we're dealing with some lunatic Democrats because you mean to tell I know the Democrats' kids is thinking about it. I know they're like, Papa, Barron gonna come back and get us. We better not do this. You ain't gonna be here to help us.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
All right, folks, I think we got to wrap it up. Jerry Michaels just popped into the live chat, and if I bring him on, he'll never make it for the American Rebellion at 7 o'clock tonight. Ben Woodruff will be there, like I said. Jerry, it's always a pleasure to have you watch it.
So you kicking us out? So stop making excuses.
Well,
Don't you think if Jerry Michaels wanted to pop off of here and go into the American Rebellion, he'd be like, "I'll see you later, guys." Don't make excuses for Jerry.
The last time he came on, I kept looking at the clock and I'm thinking to myself, it's 6:55, it's 6:58.
Because his show
and then he came on and he said, when I gotta go, I'll let you know and I'll go. So let me do this.
You still focus too much on everybody else's platform.
I'm always focused, but that's what Boogie with the Bull was all about. It was bringing everybody else in to give the actual and factual on their platforms for everybody to see. And so, Jerry, I sent you the link. Come on in, and we'll close it up. And we'll.
Why are you trying to kick me out?
I just said I'm going to go make you dinner.
I would like dinner.
You about to go make me some dinner?
Yeah. I mean, I got to be careful. I'm a 61-year-old guy with dementia. They don't want me in the kitchen any more than I have to be.
That's okay. I got to give you a hard time.
I know you do. Everybody does. But no, I mean, honestly, that's what the whole idea of Boogie with the Bull was to get maybe a panel of people that are available all the time that all do other broadcasts, because not everybody can see everybody. Not everybody can watch everybody when they're on. And that's what it was.
I don't know.
All about.
It seems to me everybody want to do their own thing, so I just leave everybody alone. I don't even ask people to come on my shit no more.
I had a conversation with somebody yesterday.
I'm over the excuses. Be honest with you.
No. I had a conversation yesterday with somebody up in Canada who wanted to come on and do a broadcast. And I said, okay, and I'll run it through the Boogie with the Bull page. On the average, 18 to 24 people see the post, and on the average on that page, 18 to 24 watch it. And he wrote me back, you mean 18 to 24,000, right? And I'm like,
no.
Okay.
Do you want it to be
it's probably 18 to 24,000 that watch it, but Facebook only lets me know of the 18 to 24 people that actually watch it. But anyway, no, but like I said, it was always to help let everybody on Facebook and other social media that we're on gain access to who's out there. You know, I don't remember what actually brought me to the American Rebellion, other than I don't remember.
Probably Randy Rhodes.
No, I was watching it long before Randy Rhodes. I want to hope that Jerry never. Well, I won't say what I was about to say, but when it.
I don't go on people's shows unless I'm invited. I think people think I'm too obnoxious.
Well,
I don't care. I don't
No,
care.
you make it fun.
No, you're not. And the whole
You make
idea,
it
like I
fun.
said, is what I like about Boogie with the Bull is I can bring two other broadcasters who come in with a completely different view of something different from my view, because I got to a point very quickly in doing these things over the last 3 years that it was me in the beginning just trying to have a conversation with anybody who was watching, and I just don't want to, I want to do that, but everybody's watching. And Jerry,
you know what's embarrassing?
Jerry just showered. So,
off?
okay, Jerry, I sent you the link. At least
got me going now.
The link. Let me try to.
Can I rant? Can I rant to Patriot Nation for a while?
Yes, you can rant to Patriot Nation.
This is what pisses me off about Patriot Nation, because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, and I've been doing this going on 7 years. I haven't seen it. Now, I can go on YouTube. I can go on Instagram. Can't go on Facebook because they don't allow that stuff on Facebook. But I can go to 5 different hood platforms.
Hood
platform.
Wait a minute. Are we a hood platform?
No, we're not. And see, I wish I was, because they will have 10 screens up there. They will have 10 to 15 people in the back studio. They will be interacting people, popping in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My man 050 will be like, yo, bro, I gotta let you go. So-and-so's in the back. I let them in. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody. And you know what? They always keep 10 people on their screen. So, yeah, Patriot Nation, I talk about you, the actual and factual. And I'll be out there too, so you can respond if you feel you got the need to. We need to get together.
Okay. You hear that, Patriot Nation?
I still, to this day, has not seen a core group of patriots get together simultaneously on one platform on a regular, so people can really tune in and listen to what's going on in this country.
Jerry,
Everybody wants to be out there doing it.
You need to give the actual and factual.
No, but I'm talking serious shit.
I am.
My brothers can talk about street shit out there, and get 150,000 followers, 200K followers, and they sitting up there talking about booty shaking, dudes getting shot in the street, mama this, mama that, and all that. But we talking about something serious with some serious substance, and I have yet to see it. I have yet to see 10 strong patriot men, and then some in the background chiming in on the conversation. Forget the ones chiming in on the conversation. Let me just get 10 patriot men on the same platform together on a regular. See, you know what it is? It's called commitment, dedication, and loyalty. And I ain't gonna call nobody out by name, but as far as I know, I ain't never turned down an invite to go on nobody's platform. But I've had many turn me down. So I ain't even gonna go no further because I won't hurt nobody's feelings. But y'all know who y'all are. I don't hurt nobody's feelings.
I just got out of bed. I didn't have my coffee.
No, I'm
not talking about. I'm not talking about a nice little session here and there. Because at the end of the day, man, we're the head.
Yep.
We are the head. And unless y'all want these trends, I mean, that can easily be replaced, as you can see, because she trying to just come play both sides. So, but seriously.
I don't know. Donald Trump comes back to the White House. Facebook calls us up, and we could be the new View, the 3 of us.
Oh gosh, God help them. Yeah, I don't know. We would have fun. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want.
But yeah, it's fun.
It is.
It's fun, but we just need to we need to build it up. Like this morning, I woke up this morning. I don't know if a lot of you people out there know Trucker G, but Trucker G is one of the world-renowned independent truckers out there. And I had the pleasure of meeting him up in Hagerstown, Maryland, during my 3-month stint up there. And I woke up this morning, and he was just on my Facebook.
Cool.
Now I haven't talked to Trucker G in almost a year since we left Hagerstown, and I sent him a friend request about 7 months ago, and he just responded.
Awesome.
But things work for a reason, because I said, Trucker G, I said it's amazing that you popped up on my page, and y'all make sure y'all follow Trucker G and Mrs. G. And
Not my Mrs. G, I hope.
I've been trying to put something together to where I can take a semi to these disaster areas. I don't know which one, but to one of them.
Now it's in Arkansas.
Yeah.
He said he can't. He said, but he has somebody that he could.
Oh, that's
only thing I would have to do is find a trailer, because he doesn't know if the guy can provide the trailer. So
wow.
Yeah.
That was a step that God provided that I would have never even thought. I'm walking around like, but you know what? If you I find out that if it's important to you, and if it's important to God, and God deems it worthy, you really ain't got to go look. You really ain't got to go look. He'll bring it to you, but you got to know.
Yeah.
I could have easily woke up, seen Trucker G, Gerald, and was like, "No, Ray, you trying to get some groceries somewhere, dude? How long you been talking about trying to find a semi?" Trucker G, I got an important question to ask you. You just popped up on my friend list. He called me within 5 minutes.
Cool.
What's up, Ray, Patriot Lab? Told him what I was trying to do. He said, "Oh, I can't commit right now. I'm real busy, but I got somebody that can."
Yep.
Only thing you got to do is find a trailer.
Nice.
Yep.
I told him I got 60 trailers sitting right here with a high school friend of mine inherited a trucking company called Deal's Trucking right here in Jonesboro, Tennessee. I said, only thing I got to do is go talk to my man Deal. I'm sure you can get a trailer.
Yep. Good.
So,
yep.
It's just crazy. That's my experience for the day, though. That's my good day.
All right.
That's
I'm glad you
awesome.
had a good day. Jen, I hope you had a good day.
Yeah, thank you. It is. I just have to go fry some burger. I mean,
Yeah,
grill.
you're gonna go fry some burgers
don't say fry, grill.
and get ready. So because if Jen doesn't feed her family before she goes on the American Rebellion, then they're in the background making cameo appearances all night long.
I'm gonna pop in there. I'm gonna pop in and chat and see what's going on there.
Yeah, you should pop in there. You should pop in there. Just don't let Jerry know that you know me.
No, come on.
No,
you shouldn't.
I'm telling them you sent me.
Okay, you do that. All right.
I'm gonna plagiarize you. You shouldn't come in. You're gonna be mad at me.
I'll see if I can. I can't do it tonight. I might do it on Wednesday.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Well, bye, guys. I'm off to cook.
All right, folks.
Appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. And Ray, if you see me on and you're live, then you know what to do, and we'll go from there. Tomorrow's Tuesday, and I don't even know if I have anything planned because we don't normally do anything on Tuesday. So watch my man Ray, the Patriot Lab Uncensored here on Facebook. You see him all over social media. I know Twitch is one of the places he's on. I know he's on YouTube. MeWe. Are you on Rumble?
Rumble. Truth Social.
Twitter.
Instagram.
Facebook.
So, but hey, you never know. We'll see what tomorrow holds in store. Tomorrow's arraignment day. Tomorrow's arraignment day, so we'll see.
Tomorrow is arraignment day. I'm hoping there's somewhere I can watch it live and at least post it all over Facebook.
Well, I tell you what, if I can get stuff running, I'll invite you in and put it up on the screen.
Okay. I'll look for it. All right, Ray, always a pleasure. Go enjoy the evening. Drop into the American Rebellion, 7 p.m. Eastern, on the American Rebellion blogger page.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure, Ray. God bless you, too. All right. Let's Jen Woodruff was with us, the homeschool mom. It's fun to have Jen around. Ray, it's always a pleasure to have him around, get the actual and factual different view. That's what I like about having people on a broadcast. We get different views from everybody. And if you're in the live chats, what I need people to try to do, if you're in the live chats on Facebook, that's either on my profile on the Boogie with the Bull page or in the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk group, the next time before you watch a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, or if you can do it anytime, is go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Let me see if I got a short one here that's not a whole big one. Go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Scroll down about halfway down the page and you'll see a blue or a green line that says give permission. Click that line. Then the next time you watch a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, all the conversations should come up on the live producer screen. And it makes it a lot easier if I'm doing it myself. We're in negotiations to get a studio crew someday, but I've been saying that for 3 years. So even when it ever happens, you will be the first to know. And let me see, from that, like I said, the American Rebellion, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Jerry Michaels, Nikki Young, Robert Lawless, the Minnesota Madman, Daryl Rector is there, Randy Rhodes is there. I've even heard Michael Anthony has been there. And for lack of putting it better, it's just like America sitting out on their back porch, maybe holding your favorite beverage, a cigarette, whatever you need, just talking about what's going on in our lives. And it does always circle back to politics, but at least it's people sharing their day and discussing the politics and just having a great conversation. People that have watched it for about 7 years now, I believe it's going. So go there and watch it. It's on the American Rebellion blogger page here on Facebook. There is an American Rebellion group, but the group live chat is not monitored. So go to the American Rebellion blogger page here on Facebook, and I'm sure you will have a good time. And if you don't have a good time, let me know, and I'll make sure you get a ticket. We'll accept your ticket for the next Boogie with the Bull broadcast, and I'll even throw you a free one for the next American Rebellion broadcast. So let me fly up here and say this is the part of this is the part of the broadcast where I say you're watching Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk, which is a copyrighted presentation of the No Budget Broadcasting Company. We own everything that goes into the production of a Boogie with the Bull broadcast. We hold and control everything that goes into it. Even in China, they tried to fight me on Facebook, China, that someone in China owns the copyright to Boogie with the Bull, and they lost. So, to the best of my knowledge, they don't own Boogie with the Bull yet. I don't know. Facebook might sell me to Facebook China, but who knows? Anyway, I want to thank everybody who watched. Gerard K. Michaels popped in. Danny Campbell, who's watched more Boogie with the Bull broadcasts in the history of Boogie with the Bull than anybody else. Deborah Lowe, pleasure to have you. Karen Joyson has popped in before. Armando Aguilar pops in a lot. Ronnie Adkins was in the beginning, and Sarah Monica Holm was there as well. So again, do me a favor. As soon as I wrap up this broadcast, which I'm going to do in about 30 seconds, go into your browser and type StreamYard, StreamYard.com/Facebook, StreamYard.com/Facebook. That will bring you to a StreamYard page. Somewhere down, about halfway down your screen, usually is a blue or green line that says give StreamYard permission. Kick that. It'll ask you for permission for when you're watching a StreamYard broadcast. It will bring your comments while you're watching on Facebook into the live producer screen, and it just makes it a whole lot easier. That way I see it in front of my face all the time. If you watch on the American Rebellion, Jerry's flashing people's comments on the screen all the time, and it shows that we're watching you and we understand. Can't always stop and read someone's comment, but at least we can flash a comment. I like to read people's comments, but do that for me. StreamYard.com/Facebook and give them permission. It is very easy to do. Doesn't cost anything. And I'll see you on the screen. It'll be a lot more fun. Anyway, I'm Dave Bloom, and you're on. Thank you for the privilege of letting me abuse your time. As I said, tomorrow is Tuesday. There may be a morning caffeine tomorrow morning around 7:30, 7:45. And we'll look at what's going on in the ongoing Trump arrest and arraignment saga and share any more information. I hope nothing happens overnight. But anyway, that's it. Dinner's in here, and I'm about to eat dinner. Dog and cat got to eat dinner too.